virtual video training session for the Precisionary Rotary Microtome RF-800. This model is a semi-automated microtome for cutting tissue slices for histopathology. Our microtome can make sections from paraffin wax embedded samples. I'm excited to show you today how to unpack your new microtome, how to set it up, and how to begin making tissue slices for your experiments. First and foremost, we at Precisionary Instruments want to send a big thank you for choosing our company and our microtome for your needs. If you need to reach us, here is our physical mailing address, email, website, and phone number. We are known for superior customer service, and we always respond directly to all inquiries. Now let's see the training agenda for today. First, I will introduce you to the RF-800 rotary microtome and show you the anatomy or parts. Then, I'll explain how to unpack the microtome and uncrate it. I'll show you how to install and operate the hand wheel in the removable waste tray. Next, and this is the fun part, I will explain how to use a knife block, how to insert and remove cutting blades, and how to use the operation panel. Your RF-800 has a touchscreen panel, which is one of the newest advancements, and this allows the microtome to be very user-friendly. Finally, I will go through all the steps for cutting samples. Let's begin by reviewing the parts of the RF-800 rotary microtome. On the main microtome unit, there is an operation panel for controlling specimen head movement forward and backward and for selecting trimming and sectioning modes. The top storage area allows you to store parts and consumables while you cut, saving you lab space. The RF-800 is equipped with a touchscreen control panel. Your tissue sample will be loaded into the specimen head. You can turn the hand wheel to make individual cuts, and the knife block will hold the cutting blade. In front is a removable waste tray that collects debris. On the right side of the microtome, there is a hand wheel lock, which allows your hand wheel to be locked anywhere in a 360-degree turn. Towards the back is the on and off switch. Finally, there is an additional hand wheel control lever called the hand wheel lock at the bottom. Next, let's understand the parts of the knife block. On the bottom of the knife block, there are 3 small grooves that allow you to insert the knife block onto the microtome base and secure it in place. On the right side, there are 2 levers. The bottom right lever is the clamping knob that controls rotational movement of the knife block. This allows you to adjust the cutting angle. The left clamping knob controls the top component of the knife block, which is the cutting stage. It allows for horizontal or lateral movement of the cutting stage. The right upper lever is the clamping knob for securing the cutting blade. Now, there are 2 safety features on the knife block to protect you from accidents with sharp blades. First, there is a blade guard, which covers the entire width of the blade and prevents it from being exposed. There is also a blade ejector, which allows you to easily eject the blade for removal. The specimen head on the RF-800 can also be adjusted according to your use. There is a locking handle on the left side that allows you to adjust the rotational movement of the specimen head slightly, up to 8 degrees in the Y and X axes. When you loosen this locking handle, you can then use the Y-axis adjustment knob for up and down movement adjustments, and the X-axis adjustment knob for left and right movement adjustments. The middle of the specimen head is where you will insert your samples or cassettes. There's a clamp to help with cassette insertion. Now let's focus on unpacking and setting up your new microtome. When your microtome arrives, it will come in a wooden crate by freight shipment. Begin by unpacking the wooden crate by using a screwdriver to pull up the tabs around the edges of the wooden crate. Once the tabs are pulled up, the entire top can be removed. Then, simply unpack the contents inside. Set up your rotary microtome on a level table or laboratory bench. Next, we will discuss how to control the hand wheel. To operate the hand wheel, simply turn the hand wheel clockwise to move and advance the specimen head for cutting. There are 2 locking or safety mechanisms for the hand wheel. First, the top lever on the hand wheel can be locked when pushed to the left and unlocked when pushed to the right. There is also a bottom lever. Turning it horizontal will unlock the hand wheel, and turning it vertically will lock the hand wheel. Now, let me show you how to install and remove the waste tray. The waste tray will come detached from the main microtome unit. After unpacking the tray, simply slide it under the microtome in front. The tray will fit securely in place. To make sure it is inserted correctly, try pushing the tray in while at eye level with the tray. Power your rotary microtome by simply plugging in the power cord to a safe outlet. Then turn the switch on or off. Now let's get to the fun part, using the RF-800 for cutting slices. We'll begin by reviewing the components of the knife block. The knife block is composed of 3 separate components. The bottom component is a knife block base, which inserts the entire knife block onto the microtome. The middle component allows for rotational movement and angle adjustments. The top component is a cutting stage and holds the cutting blade. Now, the bottom of the knife block inserts onto the grooves labeled 2 and 3 in this picture. You can then lock the knife block in place by securing the lever labeled 1. To insert and remove a cutting blade, simply loosen the right top handle connected to the cutting stage, here denoted by the green arrow. Carefully insert a microtome cutting blade, then tighten the handle to keep the blade in place. You can flip the blade guard up to protect against any accidental cuts. The blade guard is here denoted by the blue arrow. When it's time to remove the cutting blade, loosen the cutting stage and push the blade ejector, here denoted by the red arrow. To insert a cutting sample, simply pull the specimen clamp lever towards you. Place your cassette inside and let the lever go. The cassette will be firmly held in place, ready for you to make cuts. Now let's put everything we've reviewed together in this short video. In this video, I am turning the microtome on and you'll hear a beep. Then I am loading the knife block onto the microtome base and securing it in place. I can turn the levers on both sides of the knife block to adjust the cutting angle and the horizontal movement of the cutting stage. Now I can insert a cutting blade and protect the blade using the blade holder, or the blade guard. Finally, I can insert a cassette sample into the specimen head. I can then adjust the specimen head orientation slightly by rotating the knobs on the specimen head, the knobs at the top and to the right. The final training today focuses on how to use the operation panel and the touchscreen panel. First, let's look at the operation panel. This is located below the touchscreen. There are 2 buttons that allow you to select trimming and sectioning modes. Then there are 3 sets of buttons that control the movement of the specimen head forward and backward. This is the automated feature of the RF-800. The left set of buttons allows for fast forward and reverse movement. The middle buttons allow for slow forward and reverse movement, and the right set of buttons allow for single click movements. You can set the click distance for movement on the touchscreen. For instance, if you set the click to be 50 microns, then pushing the forward button once will advance the specimen head 50 microns. Let's turn our attention to the touchscreen panel. On the touchscreen panel, there are many features. At the very top, you can toggle between sectioning and trimming modes. And directly beneath, you can set the slice thickness for each mode. For instance, in this picture, we have the trimming thickness set to 20 microns and the sectioning thickness set to 4 microns. This means that the microtome will cut 20 micron thick tissue slices if I am in trimming mode, and 4 micron thick slices if I am in sectioning mode. Next, there's a slice counter. This counts how many slices you have made by turning the hand wheel. You can clear the slice counter by simply pushing the Clean Section button on the bottom. On the bottom left, there is a back limit button. Pushing this will fast retract the specimen head back to its starting position. You can also push setting data to see another window of features. In this window, you can set the retraction distance at the very top. For example, we have set the retraction distance to 10 microns in this picture. Now below is where you can set the different speeds for moving the specimen head forward and backward. These match the buttons on the control panel. You can set the speed for fast, slow, or click speeds. Finally, here are a few videos showing you the setup and cutting of paraffin wax samples in cassettes. Here, in this video, I am beginning by advancing the specimen head containing my sample close to the cutting blade. To save time, I can move the knife block to reach closer to my sample. Once I am close, I begin turning the hand wheel until thicker slices are made during trimming mode. I can lock the hand wheel in place if I collect any slices. The video on the right here shows how slice ribbons are made during sectioning mode. These are thinner slices, ready to be plated. Now that completes our training video for the Precisionary Rotary Microtome RF-800. I hope that you have enjoyed this short session, and again, we thank you for choosing Precisionary Instruments. Please don't hesitate to contact us.